This first contest is scheduled for one fall. About to make his way toward the ring from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He weighs 200 pounds. Andrew Palace!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Cleveland, Ohio. We're here at the West Park Knights of Columbus, West Park Party Center, as it's affectionately known. My name is Joe Dombrowski. I'm joined by Benjamin C. Steele, and we welcome you for this very special live event here in the Cleveland area. And I'm very happy to be here, not just as a play-by-play announcer, but as the director of wrestling operations. We have a great card. We have some established Cleveland favorites. We have some guys appearing for the first time. BC, still been a long time since you've been in Cleveland, but I can't remember ever seeing Andrew Palace here in Cleveland, his first appearance of this magnitude, and we'll see what he's able to do in this opening contest.
Oh, Andrew Palace absolutely accomplished, more so the Pittsburgh area. First appearance, I believe, in Cleveland. I love being in the rectum of the United States of
What?
America. The rectum. Damn near killed.
Well, you're starting out in a pretty highbrow area there. Andrew Palace is all about frenetic energy. He's got those goggles in hand, and the way he views the universe through those goggles, not the same way we do.
His opponent from Youngstown, Ohio, he weighs 205 pounds. The Bev, Beverly!
Oh, here comes the Bev. He's a working man. He's a simple man.
You know, there are a lot of things I like in life. You know what number one is?
Yeah, what? What is it?
It is the Bev.
Really?
Yes, number one in life. Well, maybe.
Well,
Wait for it. Oh, no, he got more douchey tattoos. Never mind, I don't like them.
Oh. The Bev's a hard worker. He's salt of the earth.
He has tattoos.
I understand that.
Name one good person that has tattoos.
A lot of people. We'll see many of them on the card here tonight, actually.
Tattoos are for hippies.
I don't think that makes sense. But Bobby Beverly, the Bev, he's for everybody. Cleveland loves the Bev.
Cleveland loves the Browns, too. What does that tell you?
Bev's color, certainly Browns inspired.
I've just been informed by Andrew Palace that he is from the best city in the world, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
What disrespect from Cleveland natives. That's insulting.
Well, you're not going to endear yourself to anybody. I mean, granted, I'm a bit partial. I like Pittsburgh, but I like Cleveland, too. I've done a lot of good things in Cleveland. Done a lot of bad things in Cleveland, too, but that's another story. And the Bev, with those auspicious turnbuckle covers, doing a little bit of improv.
Improv is not funny. You know what's going to be funny?
What's that?
When, much like the entire city of Cleveland, the Bev fails. This is going to be the epitome of what Cleveland is.
This is?
Yes, it's going to be Pittsburgh taking down Cleveland, as it happens quite a bit.
I think we're going to start out with a little bit of a sword fight, but maybe not. Referee is Dave Dawson assigned to this match. I would suppose those would be foreign objects, right?
Well, Dave Dawson, I don't know. He looks like a criminal.
Wow.
I'm rather salty this evening.
Like to see you get in there and try to ref.
I'm better served behind a microphone. And then I wouldn't get to sit next to you.
Bet you're lobbying for Jeff Gorman's job, too, as a ring announcer.
Is it open? Do you know who's in charge?
I'm the director of wrestling operations, but that doesn't fall under wrestling operations. Well, what I'm looking forward to here is a test of really a young up-and-comer out of the western Pennsylvania area, Andrew Palace. I think he has had a meteoric rise. He's seen more success than most anybody else in that part of the country, taking on the Bev, who has been a long-standing stalwart of Cleveland professional wrestling, and certainly Youngstown as well, where he makes his residence. The Bev, a former Prime Wrestling tag team champion. He was part of Sex Appeal before he branched out on his own, realized he didn't need the cosmetics and the superficiality. He could just get by on his own, a blue-collar, working-class attitude.
So you just called the Bev ugly?
I did not.
You said he doesn't need cosmetics.
I said he doesn't need to rely on good looks to get ahead in the world.
Good looks are everything in this world. I mean, look at me.
Do I have to? How do you explain Andrew Palace then? He's got a unique look to him. I don't know if it's necessarily good.
Well, there's a lot of ways to explain Andrew Palace. Winner is one. Not only winner, energetic.
Okay.
Hyped up. And beautiful counter as well. That's another way to describe Andrew Palace.
Andrew Palace, a great mat wrestler. Of course, Bobby Beverly spent quite a while studying under the likes of Johnny Gargano. Andrew Palace recently attended a Ring of Honor tryout camp, their dojo in suburban Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Palace still in his early 20s. His best years are well ahead of him, but already made a lot of headway in Pittsburgh, as you mentioned, IWC Super Indy champion. Defeated RJ City. Held that championship for some 8 months or so.
Palace actually trained under Carl Gotch and George Hackenschmidt as well in the catch style wrestling. Bet you didn't know that.
I did not know that. He looks good for his age.
Well, you said early 20s.
Not the 1920s.
Look, just because you can come out here and throw around facts doesn't mean I can't do the same thing.
It was also Frank Gotch that wrestled George Hackenschmidt, but that's neither here nor there.
No, Carl was his brother.
I understand.
Hopscotch Carl Gotch, they used to call him.
The takedown by Beverly. Beverly's put on some weight. He's trained heavy for this match. Nice roll through. Deep arm drag takeover. Nicely done. Beverly got underneath Palace, able to take him over. Nice technique by the Bev. Palace works his way back up to a vertical base.
Dave, Potato wanted in several states. Dawson there. Better watch the hair. Palace has a lot of it.
How can a potato be wanted in several states? Arm drag. Beverly rolls through, keeps the momentum.
Idaho, at least.
What'd you call me? Dave Dawson in perfect position to detect a potential submission. Palace wants to have a good showing here in his first major contest in Cleveland. And if you beat Bobby Beverly in the state of Ohio, you've done something. Beverly, of course, tag champion in multiple states, multiple promotions. Young veteran. Started in 2007, still going strong. And really has matured a lot. As we mentioned, has had a little coming of age of his own. And a great striker as well. Beverly very adept with the footwork. Not bad on the knife edge chops as well. Beverly has diversified his style quite a bit in recent years. The knee strike, and Palace set out over the top rope.
Shouldn't that be a disqualification?
No, Steve Carino. And the Bev has Andrew Palace measured. We've seen this many times over the years. Connects right in the sternum.
Now this is where the referee needs to get both men back in the ring. Needs to give Andrew Palace a break. He's got till 10.
Give him a break.
Yes, so you agree.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that the Bev is pulling the hair. He's pulling the tights. There's a lot of hair. He ripped a few of those out.
He didn't pull the tights.
He did so. He pulled tights, hair, fillings, tried to knock his teeth out.
What do you have against the Bev?
I have a lot of things against the Bev.
Yeah?
First of all, those ridiculous colors. Second
He's
of all,
Cleveland proud. There's nothing wrong with that.
nobody's Cleveland proud.
Aren't you proud of your home?
Yeah, and I'm also proud that I'm not from Cleveland.
Let's see.
Never trust a state with 4 letters. Write that down.
Enough about you and letters. Right now, Andrew Palace catches the Bev coming in.
I'm sorry, I was looking at my phone. I missed.
Well, put that on silent. Let's get back to the action. Palace hammering away at the Bev now. You want to talk about chicanery. You want to talk about malicious intent. Andrew Palace kicking that ring cable right into the groin of the Bev, and Andrew Palace has taken this match over.
So, what Palace should have did there is hit him with about 10 of them.
Oh, please.
That would have kept him down.
Kept him down permanently. Only a matter of time before you're disqualified. You do that, Palace. Beverly gets the left shoulder up. Hope Dave Dawson has better integrity than that to let 10 low blows occur.
I hope a gust of wind doesn't come through here. Dave Dawson may fly away.
Palace mounting Beverly now. Forearm strikes right around the back of the head. That external occipital protuberance.
There you go with your medical knowledge.
And Palace feeling pretty good about himself right now. This kid has a chip on his shoulder. And he can full of himself very quickly. And that's his biggest weak point.
Oh, he's proud, too. Look, he's in great shape. He's got great gear.
He's a goofball. He walks around wearing goggles all the time. Can't even explain that haircut.
That's so he can focus.
The fans are objecting to the hair of Palace, too.
Nice to hear them out of sync with one another.
And Palace, overhead, T-bone style, nicely done. Palace looking good in there.
Are they saying Cleveland rocks?
They are. Near fall in the ring, by the way. There was a song a while ago.
Yeah, I watched the Drew Carey show, too. I get it.
Okay, just explaining things. Gotta bring things forward for you. You're not always on top of, I can't even say current events, but any events, really.
On top of a lot of current events. I saw The Wizard of Oz for the first time the other day.
Oh, please. Palace on top of Beverly right now, but that's about to change. The leverage from that chin lock negated. The southpaw. Palace deposits Bev to the outside as Bev had done earlier to Palace.
Well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. The gander in this case being Bobby Beverly.
Palace.
Or the Bev.
Well, okay. Palace tried to follow through, but Beverly waiting for him. Now, Beverly didn't need that break that you campaigned for Palace earlier.
Well, not everybody's smart enough to take it. That's another reason I don't like him.
Beverly explodes now. Huge offense. Palace off his game. You can sense the momentum start to shift. High angle back suplex. That's a Bev specialty. This could do it. Rolls Palace over, shoulders down, 2 near fall. And you can see the Bev. Even he's surprised that that was not a count of 3. Palace thrown off his game. Mr. Steele, how do you think a left-handed, a southpaw competitor may throw off the game of his opponent as a match progresses?
Well, it's going to put a different spin on the punches, definitely. You're going to be, most people expect them to come from one side, a majority of the world right-handed. So you're going to be expecting them to come from another side. It may affect the defensive game. Didn't affect Palace right there.
Palace sends Bev right arm and shoulder first into the post, but only temporary effects. Palace didn't have Bev days enough to keep him in one spot. Awkward landing for Palace, and it drops him. Backbreaker. Palace lands on his head a couple of times in short order. Beverly. Oh, another near fall. And I got to give credit to the resolve of Andrew Palace for staying into this. Can never be said that Palace is not a credible and quality competitor, because Palace is staying in the fight against truly one of Northeast Ohio's absolute best.
You got a bunch of trained seals. Look at that. Bev says clap, they clap.
They like the Bev. Oh, Bev went for that low thrust kick. That's a specialty of the Bev. He's finished off many opponents with that. Palace gets that shotgun drop kick second time around. Vaults Bev into the corner. Palace gonna get this one here. 2 no. You can see the frustration on Palace. Great competitive match to kick us off here tonight.
It's certainly gone back and forth. Anybody's matchup. Palace in control right now. A little bit slow count there by Dave Dawson. Maybe I should referee. Can I get paid double now?
No, you're going to stay here.
How about an extra $8?
No. Boy, you got short arms and deep pockets. You'll take any kind of handout you can get. Palace, I think he was going for a signature move, the hernia driver. Bev out of the way. Bev could sense danger looming. Oh! You can see Palace's head snap back on impact. A second kick. Palace is limp. That'll do it. The Bev with a victory.
Here is your winner, the Bev, Bobby Beverly.
Well, the Bev's tights say 86. He just 86'd Andrew Palace right out of this match. Big win for the Bev, the Cleveland area stalwart, but a great showing for Andrew Palace, his first time in this area.
Well, I'll tell you, if we were going to be going ahead on points, I would have given that match to Andrew Palace, no doubt. I hate to say I was wrong, but I think I was wrong.
They win for the BEV, and we're just getting started. Plenty more action still to come.